The Source.
People all over the world see Mike Fallon. He is all over the world. And he's here today. He was in Seoul, South Korea yesterday, and he's here today. We're going to learn about college, and we're going to learn how he does this. One of these days, we're going to invite Mike Fallon in just to talk about that. It's probably going to cost us a lot of money, too.
I'll do it for free.
You've got information that people will die to know how you do that stuff. Mike Fallon is the director of Webster University's Ocala Metropolitan Campus, and he's Superman, I think. He's flying all over everywhere.
I love coming here. I feel so great about myself.
Wait a minute. Who did I see the other day that looked like you? Oh, there was an actor. Oh my gosh! I told Robin, doesn't it look like Mike? Okay.
During the royal wedding, a couple of people sent me text messages with screenshots
from
the side, the side of the guy.
Yeah. Of the prince.
The prince.
Yeah, you're better looking than him.
Oh,
I see that too.
The side, because I guess the little bit of tinge of red.
He's like your homely younger brother.
They were like, "You look like him from the side." Like, I'll just walk around Great Britain, looking at everyone.
Do you know her sister lives in Ocala?
Yeah, I saw that too.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Who knew that?
That's unbelievable.
I think she's in a wheelchair.
They
did you
posted
know that?
her address on the paper.
I know.
I was really surprised.
Sure people didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. Let's do our.
We'll get to our show.
Crystal Flynn is here, and Crystal is with the University of Central Florida.
I am.
Correct. And I don't know the young man to your right.
Our new guest.
I'm Josh Strigel, and I'm the Director of E-Learning at College of Central Florida.
Oh, nice to meet you, Josh.
Nice to meet
Thank you for coming in. And Tina is in the corner being quiet. How come you don't talk? Why do you sit over there? Just still take pictures, right?
She knows a lot.
That's Tina Banner from the College of Central Florida in the corner.
Tina Banner. Yes. Did I say your wrong name?
No, you did.
Tina, yeah.
Putting her on the
so today's show.
Yes. We have a topic?
We have a topic, yeah.
Okay.
Online learning. Primarily online learning. So all of our institutions offer robust online programs, and we're going to talk about those today.
Do you know you can never stop learning?
You should never stop learning.
This is the thing I don't understand. They say you use 10% of your brain. Doesn't it ever get higher? I mean, if I'm constantly learning, shouldn't it be 11 by now? I've been told it was 10% since I was
might be less.
10.
I don't know.
No, not you. Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's a little less.
You know how to sleep and fly.
Oh.
I've never done that. Well, sitting.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough. It's definitely tough.
He was laying down. Did you see him, Crystal?
I did.
He was laying down in an airplane.
I just thought that's
How much is that a ticket?
Well, that ticket would have cost about $6,500, but I used airline miles.
I know.
Yeah.
6,000.
Where do you get airline miles from? Is that like at a flea market?
Credit cards, using credit cards.
You just buy things?
Shopping online and promos and.
Wow.
Yeah.
Josh, do you ever get anywhere?
A little bit. I get out west a couple of times a year.
That's awesome. How far? Like Denali?
Colorado almost every
Colorado.
summer.
Wow.
Arizona in February. Do a little hiking, take some pictures.
You look like you would hike. You got a hiker kind of a look to you. I should hike more.
You know what's really relevant about this too is an online program you can study anywhere.
That's right.
So this summer, if you're thinking about going back to school and you want to take a couple classes, take some online classes, because you can be in Colorado or you can be in South Korea and you can log on to your classes and complete your coursework from anywhere.
This is actually something I want to do, by the way.
That's very true. That's a great
But I don't need
segue.
credits.
That was
so
great.
I don't need credits. I just want to learn some of the new things that are out there.
Audit some courses.
For the first time in 20 years, the number of unemployed is equal to the number of open positions. But a lot of those unemployed are not prepared for those positions, either skill-wise or academically qualified. So it's important to continue to learn, whether it just be take an Excel spreadsheet course online, take a free graphic design course, take a something that's going to enrich your
free
resume.
one. Why is it free?
Well, there's a lot of options, but you can also take something to be degree seeking as well.
And if you are already employed, but you're not qualified for that better open position that's out there, online is a great way to be able to fit college into your schedule. And you used to have to choose between working and going to college, and with online learning you can really do both now and prepare yourself for that better position.
That's true. So like at UCF, if you have an associate's degree coming in with our partner from CF, and you need a bachelor's degree for one of those new positions, like Mike was mentioning, we have over 20 of them that you can pursue entirely online. And our online majors that are exclusively online are actually almost 25% less than if you were in a classroom, because we pull some fees out. We're not charging you for things because you're not on a campus using those resources. And you can take those classes and complete your coursework anywhere. So whether you're traveling or you've got kids or a full-time job or whatever life is going on for you, you still have the portability with all of our institutions of online learning, hybrid learning, local classes for CF and Webster. So lots of options.
And the discipline to do this, that's got to be important. I mean, you can't just say, I'll take one today and I'll do one in 2 weeks, right? You got to do it like every day, right?
It is very much student-driven as far as the discipline goes. You must keep yourself on track. But that was my experience. I was working at CF and, helping students, great job. Came time to continue my education and didn't want to quit that job to go do that. And so I signed up with University of West Florida for an online program, and I was out in Park City, Utah, doing conferences, learning more for work, and turn the 4G on my cell phone and log on and do my schoolwork.
You talk like an actor. Who's the actor you talk like? Wait a minute. It's the guy from Midnight in Paris. What's that guy's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, do you know who I'm talking about? Tina? Yes, the Woody Allen movie.
Oh my gosh.
No.
He's got a brother. Robin, what's that guy's name?
A Baldwin or something?
Luke and his brother Owen. Owen Wilson.
Wilson, yes.
I
That's
see
true.
Owen
You do
Wilson.
sound a little bit like Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Couldn't have picked somebody better.
Listen to you talk, though. That is it. That's his voice, right?
Well, I had a similar story. I was working on the campus, and I decided I wanted to continue my degree, and I was working full-time, and I was able to enroll at the University of Central Florida and complete a psychology bachelor's degree online and on campus, and did that while I was working full-time, managing a parent who was ill, all kinds of different things. And then, luckily for me, it worked out that the university I graduated from was looking for advisors, and I applied, and there you go.
Do you know, next door,
I've never left.
It's a little restaurant next door, Stevie B's. Okay, there's a young lady working in there. She's, I guess you call it a waitress. There's them waitresses over there, but they help you out, whatever. So she told us she just graduated from high school. I think it was Westport, and she's already finished 2 years of college.
Yes.
And she did it online.
Right. That's called dual enrollment.
That is
awesome.
awesome.
A fabulous way for students to get a jump on going to college. And the great advantage of it is, first of all, those college classes are free, because while they're a high school student, working with their advisors and their schedule, they can take so many credit hours, and then that'll let them accelerate their path of completing an associate's degree at the College of Central Florida, and then they're ready to complete a bachelor's degree, whether it's at CF or transition to a university like UCF to finish their bachelor's.
That's what's amazing. She got her associate's degree before she got her high school diploma.
Right.
And I think we have close to 100 students a year do that. That's our collegiate college program, and that would be a whole nother great segment. They have a really fabulous program with Westport there.
Owen Wilson, do you hear it?
I hear it.
Do you hear it?
Never gonna leave my mom.
I'm so sorry. We told you this would be fun.
And it is.
What kind of subjects are there that don't necessarily need like a degree or something, just to improve yourself?
Oh, like as far as just online learning in general?
Yeah, is it everything under the sun? Whatever you want?
You can find things in almost any area. A lot of big universities, like UCF and Webster University, they offer something called a MOOC. And it's a mobile open source course, basically where anyone can sign up. And actually, I have a really good friend of mine that works for Columbia University in the city of New York.
Is that right?
And he just completed, he actually was the host instructor for a MOOC on veteran learning. And you can take it, and when you finish, you get a printed diploma that says you completed this course from Columbia University. And it costs you $50 to get the diploma, but the course itself is free.
You're kidding.
A lot of
I want to get a Columbia
universities-
University
Just search for it. Search for it.
There's a lot of universities that do that.
Look for a MOOC, and you can get a
What does
free
it stand for again?
MOOC.
Massively open online course.
That's it. Yeah.
Massively open online course. Okay.
And almost every big school is offering something.
Now, they're not getting college credits for these courses.
Right.
But if you're a lifelong learner and you want to do that, then all of our schools have options for that. So if you're at the other end of the spectrum and you're not thinking about degrees, you're thinking, but I want to know more about art history, or I want to know more about marketing, or veteran learning, because maybe I'm opening up a nonprofit and I want to understand better how to support a certain population. There could be classes, or good Lord, I bought a new laptop and I can't work it. There are classes for that too.
Yeah. Cornell offers a really cool digital marketing, online free
Really?
thing, which is really, really popular right now. A lot of students are doing it in addition to their regular core studies, because it's it's not college credit, but it does show that you completed a program.
How is the class? How are they taught? Is there a teacher on your screen? Is it a video? Is it all reading?
Well, they all differ. Some classes are going to have kind of a webcam where you can see an instructor. You log in during certain times and you can see someone. Some universities and other schools will have recordings that you can go back and watch later from an in-class session that's captured and then put on the web. And others will have modules and things that you're reading and quizzes, and everything is more automated, but there are instructors managing the courses just as if you were in a classroom. And the thing with accredited programs like ours are, and CF and yours at Webster, there are certain requirements that stay regardless of the mode of the class. So you still have to have peer-to-peer interaction. You still have to have peer-to-instructor, student-to-instructor interaction. You can't get away from those things. So
does that include testing? Is testing?
The testing, they can be time tests, they can be fully online. Some programs require you to go to a testing center, some don't, ours don't. So they all have different facets depending on the kind of program, but they're all very user-friendly. Usually there's an orientation course you take to get acclimated to the new system. And one of the cool things about our partnership with CF is that our online learning system is the exact same. It's Canvas. It's the same system that CF uses. So if you've been successful in their online courses, you'll be successful in ours as well.
Wow.
Something that
At CF, we really try to focus on the flexible aspect of online learning. So we don't do a lot with synchronous interaction with the instructor, but they are definitely instructor-led. They're primarily our same faculty members that have taught on campus for years. So they have offices on campus. They're accessible there, but you can do it at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, just whatever it works for you.
So this is probably a really broad question, but let's say you're studying something and you got that point where I don't get it. I'm doing it exactly the way and it's not working out. Yeah. Who do you turn to?
We have, that's actually the other half of my job is student support. I focus on the tutoring also. And we've got some options there, and all of us do. We have tutors on campus, and that for the purely online learner, that doesn't help them a lot. But we also have partners. We partner with a third-party company that provides tutoring 24/7, and they have credentialed faculty members that do the tutoring. So if someone's on at 3 in the morning, has trouble with a math problem, there's a link right in their course. They can go on with a live math tutor and get some help with that problem. And you probably have similar programs.
We do. It just depends on where you are and what kinds of classes you're taking. But we also have, most of those classes will have a peer-to-peer or student-to-student message board, and you won't be the only one doing work at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you can also post something on the discussion board. I'm stuck in Module 7 on question 4. I can't figure out X, Y, Z, and you can post that, and then you can have a live conversation and get some support. But you can also email the instructor. The instructor does maintain office hours and is available to connect you there. So the way you connect with others might change a bit if you're an online learner. but you'll still have access to all of those same kinds of resources.
Wow.
So for us, if it's a veteran who's completing classes online, they'll still have access to our Veterans Academic Resource Center. They'll be working with someone in that office who exclusively works with online learners. And all of our other divisions will do the same thing. We have success coaches in our Connect Center that exclusively work with online learners, and they help them with the orientation process, the admission process. So, and we all do that. We have specialized faculty and staff who work with that student who's a distance learner, because they're learning differently. They're in a different environment. They could be on a hike. They could be working full time. They could be, they could be in the military. They could be doing a million different things. So we are all working to try to make sure we have those workarounds for them when those challenges come up, because they will.
Yeah, the role of the advisors can't really be overstated for the online learner, because we're used to talking about it for a traditional learner on campus that drops in and sees the advisor, but an online learner, they really need that connection also. We really try and keep them from feeling isolated and alone when they're online.
Yeah.
Now, something I think is valid to recommend or to talk about would be blending programs. So, like the hybrid concept, or being a student at Webster University, University of Central Florida, College of Central Florida. If you struggle with math, and maybe you don't want to take that math course fully online, that might be a course you could take at the campus. And that's what's nice about local, being local, having that local option.
Just because your learning is better one way than the other.
I know I struggle with any type of math course, and I don't think that, I think that I would want to be in front of an instructor for that course.
It's just better for you.
Yeah, so oftentimes we'll have a student that's an online MBA student, and they get to advanced corporate finance, or they get to statistics, and suddenly they show up at campus for an evening class because they know that they need that face-to-face interaction. They need to be they need to meet some people in the classroom to study with. They need that interaction to get through that class to be the most successful. So a lot of programs allow for that.
The national statistics show, and I know it's the same at UCF and it's the same for us, that the blended learners do very, very well when we have courses where about half the course is online and half is on campus. And so it can cut down the number of days a student needs to come to campus, but yet they still have some contact with the faculty member. Almost all of our baccalaureate degrees at CF take that blended format where you get the best of both worlds.
I wonder, I hope this isn't out of line, but I wonder if you could talk to the future employer who is going to be hiring the person who learned the skills necessary for the job online. Tell that employer why you should not be worried about them cheating. And I know this is something we don't ever talk about, because we always assume if you want to learn, you want to learn. You're not going to cheat. You're going to.
Well, there's a couple of things to consider kind of going into. There's no difference in a degree that's online versus in a classroom. So like at the University of Central Florida, that diploma is exactly the same. The coursework requirements, intensity, everything is the same. You walk on stage and graduate with everybody else, so it's exactly the same. So someone isn't going to know that you were an online or a distance learner unless you share, and it really shouldn't matter. But there are safety and security mechanisms in place. There are automated systems that create the tests, and there are lots of other things that we see where we can track how students log in and when they're logging in and what work they're working on, and we can see those things. And if issues arise, they can be addressed, but you still have to do your work. You're still, responsible for your work and your effort.
So can you go at your own pace? Can a fast learner just zip through it?
Some courses,
in
yes.
Some programs do self-paced. At College of Central Florida, we tend to stick with a semester-based system. We feel, especially for the first 2 years, the students that are just getting used to college, that semester-based works best. But there's a whole thing called competency-based learning out there, and those, as quickly as you can prove competency in that topic, you can move on to the next thing.
So it's like a virtual chapter. You complete it, and once you complete it, it unlocks the next one, and then you can just keep moving forward.
Gotcha.
Some classes will function that way, so you certainly can. And others, they're going to keep you in a more structured setting.
I've been doing something similar. I've taken some courses through something called SVS Learn. It's an art thing, and you can't do the next one until you do the first one. But in my case, I have no. I'm never going to use that so I go to an employer and say, look, I did this, I want a job. I'm doing it so I can,
Just
in my world,
enrichment?
it's digital, because I'm new to the whole digital art stuff, so I'm learning from them, and but I didn't realize it was similar to what you guys are talking about. And you can't, there's no place to take a test in mine.
No.
There's no testing.
But really, your test is your application. When you could bring your output to an employer and say, I took this free program or this online program that doesn't really give me a degree. However, this is what I can create.
Right.
And I can
portfolio.
And Josh, I have a question. You mentioned something at the very beginning about logging on. This is more of a technical question. So if we can learn online anywhere, and you mentioned something that made me feel like you don't need Wi-Fi. What do you use?
Oh, you mentioned you
basically any
is that what you said, 4G?
Yeah, basically any internet access. Most of the systems now and Canvas that we use at CF and UCF, they have apps, so we have students that complete their entire course from their iPhone. Now that can get a little laborious if you have an essay to write, having to do that on your iPhone, but some students use it.
Yeah,
not recommended, but you can do
really
it.
Oh my
recommended,
gosh,
but
that's
if
gotta
you're
be
very savvy, it can be done.
Yeah.
In my experience, when I was working on my master's a few years ago, I would use the wireless hotspot on my phone and then get on a netbook and do my work connected. So anywhere I had cell signal, I could do my work.
Wow.
So super portable. So wherever you are, taking a lunch break at work, hiking in a canyon.
It's a different world, isn't it?
Very different.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, it's attainable. It's attainable here, so if you're not looking to uproot and move someplace else, you've got so many education options right here.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Are the teachers also like he's traveling all the time? Mike is traveling. Do you ever have a student while you're in Korea?
Oh yeah, sometimes when I travel all the time, of course. So if I teach online often for CF, and I'll log in. I have the Canvas app on my phone, so if a student has a question, I get their question right away, and typically I'll respond to them within an hour or two. But I have up to 24 hours, but typically it's pretty quick, and I can work pretty much from anywhere, as long as I have internet access.
And the idea of this session keeping you local, it's a great thing for communities because we want to keep our citizens that are attaining higher education and getting better credentials, we want to keep them contributing to our community.
Absolutely. I know.
This is how we do it. They don't have to go off to another state.
We become a better place when the people we educate stay here. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a direct link to the socioeconomic impact in a community, the higher education of the citizens. Yes, it's win-win for everybody.
So we have a unique position doing the radio show. We meet the cream of the crop, like you guys. And the more we do this, the more we realize that we have a really amazing community. We have singers who come in here. They could be in Nashville. It's amazing. They're so good, and people who are just so brilliant in our own community. And I'm glad that we've got enough infrastructure.
Access.
Not real infrastructure.
Partnerships.
Yeah. I'm glad we have a place to plug in.
Yes.
So that people can actually earn a living here, and the dollar amount is hopefully getting up there too. I know we still have a way to go with that, right?
There's always room for growth.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
Yeah. So, Mike, where's the best hamburger in the world?
Oh my gosh, probably right here in town.
Right in Ocala.
There's a lot of good burgers
answer.
around.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The Mile High Grill in Jerome, Arizona.
You are Owen Wilson. I'm telling you.
I know. Look.
Why don't you like that? That'd be impressive. I would. Gosh.
Not a big fan, but
really?
I'll take a compliment where I can get it.
Did you see Midnight in Paris?
No.
Well, maybe then you change your mind because that was a good one.
I'll look it up.
That's a Woody Allen movie. Yeah. Do you like dialogue-driven movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in, Josh. Nice to meet you. Crystal, good to see you. And of course, Mike and Tina, thank you. Do you want to give out any contact information?
Yes. Contact Webster University Ocala if you have any graduate school master's degree needs. Webster.edu/Ocala 861-9330.
And for University of Central Florida, more information on UCF Online Learning is at ucfonline.com, or you can call our Connect Center at 855-903-8576, or you can call the CF campus and ask for the UCF office and get connected to me, and I'll help.
And for College of Central Florida, cf.edu/distance will get you to all of our distance learning information, including a list of our completely online certificates and degrees. DL for distance learning, DL help at cf.edu, or 352-854-2322, extension 1317 will get us on the telephone.
Very good. Where's the next place you're going?
I'm taking my mom, and we're going to Manchester, London, and Paris in about a week and a half.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you need an assistant?
I probably will.
Do you need a connection to the Royal Palace? Because we got somebody in Ocala who might know
Right,
somebody.
I know. I should get in touch.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Tina. We'll be right back.
This is Kenny Penny with Pretty Penny Properties. On behalf of myself, my wife Allison, and the Pretty Penny team, I want to thank you for supporting our business by allowing us to help you get your penny's worth from the local real estate market. With offices in Ocala, Spring Hill, Tampa Bay, Pretty Penny Properties helps you spend every penny wisely. Contact us at prettypennyproperties.com or call 352-629-6883. That's 352-629-6883. Thanks.
Broadway's mega hit